Hello everyone, it's Quoia Renae and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, guys. I'm really sorry about that. You know, y'all know how it be. Life get hard sometimes, okay? And it's hard to manage. But anyways, what I wanted to do today is just go over how I maintain my hair for so long, my sew-ins, and how to make your sew-ins last for up to 2 months, and also how I wrap my hair at night. I'm actually going to give you all a tutorial on how I wrap my hair at night. Okay, so when I do have my sew-ins in, like I said, I usually keep them in for about 1 month or 2 months. So anything over 2 months, I feel like that's kind of pushing it, but it makes your hair grow. A lot of people that subscribe to my channel originally subscribed to my channel because of my tutorial in regards to how to wash your sew-in and how to revive your sew-in while it's actually in your head. And a lot of people were asking me, how do I stop my hair from molding underneath the sew-in? And I guess just blow drying it. And my hair doesn't really mold, I would say. What y'all mean by mold? Because to me, molding is like nasty stuff underneath your sew-ins. I get dandruff. I think everybody gets dandruff who has dry scalp. That's what I have when I take down my sew-ins. But as far as like mold, I don't get mold when I take down my sew-ins, because I make sure that I'm lifting my wefts and blow drying my hair in between to make sure that I'm actually getting inside my sew-in, because I actually put on a net as well. So that just helps me to maintain my sew-in. It helps it to last longer, a net. Treat your sew-ins kind of like how you would treat your natural hair, but not really. What I mean by that is you don't want to put so much heat on your hair all the time. When I first get my sew-in, I take the flat iron all the way up to the second highest notch. So my flat irons go all the way up to 450. The second highest notch I think is like 410, I believe. So I take it up to 410. I do not take it all the way up to 450 ever. Not for my leave out, not for my weave. I never take it up to 450. I don't leave my flat iron at such a high heat if I don't have to. Because like if your hair is already pretty much straight, you don't need to keep leaving it at a high heat, because that's just going to make your weave shed. Just like your natural hair can shed, your weave can shed as well. So you don't necessarily need a lot of heat all the time when you're flat ironing your hair. In my last video, I keep talking about this video because a lot of you subscribed to my channel because of that video, my wash day video. And if you all haven't seen it, I'm going to link it in the description box below. A lot of people liked that video, but a lot of people had a lot of questions as well. In that video, I used a lot of products. Now for my updated routine, I do not use as many products as I did in that video. I definitely don't go in with an oil on my weave, simply because I feel like it's just too heavy. Your weave is kind of a looser, softer texture. I feel like you can put an oil on your natural hair because your natural hair is kind of kinkier. It can withstand having that oilier type of oil in your hair, and then when you put a flat iron to it, it'll just lay beautifully. With your weave, I feel like it's going to make it heavy. So instead of using an oil, what I decide to go in with is my serum. So a lot of you who watch my channel know that I always go in with the Paw Mitchell Skinny Serum. I love that serum, and I go in with that, and that's pretty much all I use for my weave. Like literally, that's all I use now. And I used to go in and use a small pump per section that I flat iron. No, not no more. If you watch my last video on how I straighten my hair, that is my most up-to-date routine on how I straighten my hair. I do not use as much product, and for one, it saves you money, so you got to keep going back to the store buying this stuff, because this stuff expensive. Like hair products get really expensive, so it saves you money, and it makes your hair flow a lot better when you don't use as many products. So like I said, I just use one product on my weave, and that's the Paw Mitchell Skinny Serum, and that's it. If I'm doing curls, I use a holding spray, and that's all I use for my curls. One holding spray, nothing else. that the less products you use, the better. As far as with my leave out, I use a couple different ones, and the reason that I do that is because, like I said guys, your leave out is kinkier, so you need more products to make it lay down. Like a lot of people, they'll just spray a heat protectant on their leave out and then get to work or get to wherever location you're going to and wondering why your hair is frizzy. Well, it's because you only spray heat protectant on it. You didn't put much on your hair. I put a Care wax stick on my hair. I put the Care Hot Sheen Glossifier on my hair. Sometimes I go in with another oil sheen on my hair. I put the Skinny Serum on my hair. I put all of that on my leave out so that I can make sure that it lays down. And like I said, it lays down for up to 2 weeks straight. Now, it does start to pump up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'll be honest with y'all, because I don't get perms. I do not get any type of relaxers or anything, so I'm gonna be honest with you all. After about a week or so, and if it rains or anything, your hair is going to naturally start to kind of poof up a little bit, but mine never poofs up where it looks kinky and bad. So once it does start to kind of poof up a little bit, what I do is just put my hair in a ponytail and I rock it like that until I'm ready to just flat iron again, whether it be for an event I'm going to or just because I want to look extra cute that day. That's when I decide to put a little bit more heat on my hair. And sometimes I go in with the heat protectant and sometimes I don't. I'll just go ahead and flat iron, because to me heat protectants, you know, I just feel like sometimes I don't really know what purpose they serve, because if you put too much heat on your hair, regardless, it's gonna get broken off anyways. But you know, another way how my sew-ins last is washing it. I'm not really going to go into too much detail about washing it because I have a wash day routine on my channel. That's the video that I've been talking about pretty much throughout this whole video, that wash day routine. I use the same products from that video for the wash day, but I don't use the oil. I only use the Skinny Serum and I only use 2 pumps. Your hair will start to get poofier and heavier over time when you got a sew-in, because your hair is growing, especially when you got a middle part leave out, or it's just simply because your hair grows a lot. Your hair is going to naturally start to look heavier and look bigger, your sew-in will, and that just kind of means that your hair is growing. Over time, your hair is just gonna start to, I feel like your hair naturally starts to get oily and starts to look funny, frizzy. Even if you didn't use as much product, I just feel like it's time for it to be washed. After 2 weeks, it's time for your sew-in to be washed, or 2.5 weeks, it's time for your sew-in to be washed, because it starts to look ugly. Like, to me, your hairstyles get old fast to me. So I like for my hair, like as you all can see, my sew-in has been in for a little over a month now. So whenever the last video posted, that's how long my sew-in has been, and it still pretty much looks just like it did from that video, except it's not as tight. But my hair still looks the same because I wash my hair. I make sure I wrap my hair at night, making sure that your foundation is good. If you don't have a good foundation, the braids underneath your sew-in, then your sew-in is not gonna last. So your braids, you need to make sure your braids are not so big. They don't have to be super small, but they can't be so big, because the bigger your braids is, as your hair grows, it's gonna make your head start to look real wide. Your head gonna look like a balloon. You don't want your head to look like a balloon, so you know you're gonna make sure that your braids are a medium-sized braid and small enough to fit how you want your sew-in to be. Because some people who like their braids, their sew-ins really flat, I would do my braids really small or small. And people who don't mind them, you know, my sew-ins come out pretty decent. I feel like my sew-ins fall pretty flat, and my sister does my braids, y'all. She don't really do that good of a job. So another tip is using a sew-in net to sew in your hair. That's going to allow you to sew anywhere that you want to around the scalp, and it's going to add more protection and add longevity for your sew-in. So I love me a net. I use nets for all my sew-ins. I use them for my sisters, and there's last. Another tip is wrapping your hair. I wrap my hair every single night. I do not go a night without wrapping my hair. I make sure that I take a silk bonnet. You all need to invest in you a silk bonnet that makes whatever moisture or whatever product that you did put in your hair, make sure that it stays in your hair without it getting frizzy, without it getting messed up, so you won't have to put a flat iron back on it in the morning. The way that I wrap my hair, that's going to go into the little tutorial that I have for you all today. What I do is, it's real simple, y'all, too. I take my hair and I take it all to one side. I take my brush and I start brushing it. And the reason that I start brushing it is because, okay, let's just say I've had a long little day or whatever. You gotta brush it, because if you ain't really been brushing your hair, if your hair hanging, you need to be brushing your hair anyways. Stop your hair from knotting, and you don't want to cause unnecessary shedding. So you want to make sure that you're brushing your hair throughout the day. Then after that, I take my bonnet. This is the silk bonnet that I have. It's kind of like a pair of drawers, y'all, but I promise you it's a silk bonnet. I take my silk bonnet, I put it on my head while my hair is still hanging like this. Okay, and then after that, I'm just going to start tucking my hair in. But as I'm tucking it in, I'm making sure that I'm taking it around the bonnet as well. I'm going to go ahead and start brushing my hair once more. And if you want to, you can kind of push it all the way up. And then what I like to do is take my hair. I got all of my hair in my hand, and I'm lifting the back of my bonnet. And then I'm going to start to kind of lift the sides and start tucking the rest of my hair. And then I'm just going to literally wrap my hair around. Y'all see it's kind of torn a little bit right now, but it's all good. I'm going to start wrapping my hair around, and then I'm just going to twist the bonnet just so I can make sure that my hair is wrapped into place. And that is how I wrap my hair at night. My bonnet fits kind of snug, and I really like that actually, because that's making sure that my hair stays pretty. But I was going to do a video on actually going to sleep and then waking up, and I probably still will do it. Let y'all see how my hair falls actually after actually sleeping on it. But I'm finna do another video, so I'm finna take this right back out. When I do take it off though, I just lift it off regularly and my hair just falls. Now what it will do sometimes is leave a little bump right here, but like I said, I take some of this Care High Sheen Glossifier. I use it in all of my videos. You also can Google it. It's just like this little jar. I take a little bit, I put it in my hands, and I just lay it on my leave out, and I take a bristled brush and I just brush it into my weave, and my hair falls back just like this. It falls back, and that's pretty much how I maintain my sew-ins for as long as I do that. That concludes this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow your girl on Instagram at Quoia_Renae. I'll see you all next time. Deuces.